What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Mattel WWE Elite Collection 72 Velveteen Dream. And so here we have Velveteen Dream posed and out of the packaging. Before we take a look at the figure, let's actually take a look at what he comes with. Velveteen Dream does come with two pairs of hands. We do have a pair of wide open grip hands. We also do get a style pose right hand, and we also do get a grip left hand. He also does come with his headband and sunglasses, which look nice, as well as the NXT North American title, which we have seen before, and it does fit around his waist. Other than that, Velveteen Dream doesn't come with anything else. Maybe an extra style pose hand for his left hand would have been nice, a pair of fists, but other than that, I don't know what more we would include with Velveteen Dream. So, with that out of the way, let's actually move on to his details. And so here we have a closer look at Velveteen Dream, and another fantastic job by Mattel. This looks just like Velveteen Dream, and I really do like the real effects technology that they're using to face print on these guys. It really does bring out the sculpt wonderfully. This looks so much like Velveteen Dream. I really do like his hair. His hair is actually a really nice, interesting piece. And I do mean a piece because the top part of his hair is a soft rubber, and it's a separate piece from his actual head. That's not how it is in real life, but that's how they did it for the figure, and it works really well. The seam is well hidden, although on this side you can see it just a little bit. But getting his headband over the hair is a little bit of an issue, and I don't recommend doing it too much because you might stretch out the headband. But having a look at his ring gear, I do have to bring something to everybody's attention, is that he has never technically worn this gear to wrestle with. He kind of wore something like this when he faced Roderick Strong in the cage match, but realistically he has never worn this particular gear, and it's kind of strange that Mattel would release a figure that has no real-life counterpart to it. Now, he has worn something similar to it, as I stated, but it's not 100% accurate. Now, the reason we do have some of these floral patterns is because he does technically wear a mesh shirt underneath his shirt right here, and you can see it would have some patterns on it. Looking on the back, you can see it has some patterns. I really love his emblem, the fact that he has the sunglasses with the third eye up there. Really good, and that is throughout his body. The paint is actually fairly clean. It is a little bit sloppy in the buttons right here. We do have a pair of really muscular arms for Velveteen Dream, which I think that's another issue I have with this figure, is that he's kind of bulky. Velveteen Dream is muscular, but he's not bulky like this. He should be using the Finn Balor body, which I'm actually surprised that they didn't make that, since this is actually a unique sculpt to Velveteen Dream, so they could have done anything they wanted with this, but they gave us the really big, bulky Triple H body, so that's something I really don't like. I am glad that the plastics that they use do match for the most part, and you can see he does have his glasses logo throughout his gear. So I really do like that. And then we do go on all the way down to his white boots, which those do look impressive. Now, the sunglasses throughout his costume are not created equally. There are some that are faded, like this one right here on his backside. And then right here on the inner thigh, this one actually does have a lot of paint, so that's pretty much how they're supposed to be. So it varies from design to design, and it's going to vary from figure to figure as well. But overall, I'm really happy with the way this figure came out. I do think that he's a little bit too bulky. I never really seen Velveteen Dream as this big Triple H tank-like character. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get him compared to other figures you may have in your collection. And here we have Velveteen Dream posed next to Elite Brock Lesnar and Basic Jeff Hardy. Now, I do have to point out, Velveteen Dream is 6'2", so he should be Jeff Hardy's height. He's taller than Jeff Hardy, and he's the same height as Brock Lesnar, so he is a little bit oversized. And so here we do have Velveteen Dream posed next to Tommaso Ciampa and Adam Cole, and you can see he is towering over these guys, which is not accurate. He should only be slightly taller than both of them, so he is quite oversized, honestly. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's have a look at the oversized Velveteen Dream. His articulation is the same as any Elite figure, although because he does have a new torso, we'll get onto that. He does have a ball joint in the head, which doesn't really look up all too well, but you can if you force it. Doesn't really look down because his head sits really high on that joint. It's surprising. We do get some nice head pivot, which is really good for Velveteen Dream. Of course, we do rotate left and right, which works perfectly. So we do get some pretty decent range there. Arms on a ball joint go out to about that far. Do a full 360. Swivel at the bicep because he does have the really bulky arms. We only get a little less than 90 degrees, so that's a little bit unfortunate. We do have swivel and hinge at the wrist, which work no problem. His ab crunch doesn't go back. There is no backwards movement on his ab crunch, but it does have some forward movement, so I guess that's pretty good for Velveteen Dream. We do have swivel at the waist. Legs do kick forward to about there, kick back, go out only to about that far, swivel at the thigh, double bend in the knee. Works no problem. He actually goes up pretty high. We do have a ball joint in the foot, so that does rotate, so we have side to side movement, some forward and back, although forward and back is severely hindered, so that is a little bit unfortunate. And then we also do have rocker ankle. So overall, really liking the way he came out, although I do have some issues with it, just like everybody else does. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get him posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have the Velveteen Dream pose for my final thoughts, and overall, this is a somewhat okay figure. I mean, he's a pretty nice figure in his own right, but when you compare him to other figures, Velveteen Dream here is kind of oversized. They did everything wrong with scaling Velveteen Dream. He's supposed to be 6'2", that puts him about Jeff Hardy's height, making him just slightly taller than Adam Cole, and this figure towers over the NXT roster, and that's not the way it's supposed to be. Velveteen Dream is supposed to be about their same size, so I don't know why they decided to scale this figure up and make him so bulky. If they had made him slimmer and just a little bit shorter, I think this would have been a much better figure. But as it stands, I am glad to have a Velveteen Dream in my collection, even though I was unable to get the Elite 67 Velveteen Dream, which is one figure I am trying to track down. I think for a stand-in, he's pretty good. I think the hands on him were kind of wrong. I think he needs to have 2 style pose hands and then 2 grip hands and then a pair of fists, but that's just me, honestly. So if you are looking for Velveteen Dream, if you missed out on the Elite 67 Velveteen Dream, you kind of have to settle with this one. And I do mean settle, because this isn't that great of a figure, but he's okay for what he is. So with that being said, guys, I kind of sort of recommend this Velveteen Dream if you don't already have one. If you have the previous Elite version, he's a complete pass in my opinion, but I don't have the Elite 67 Velveteen Dream, so we're stuck with this one. So with that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, go check out all my other action figure reviews as well as all my other WWE videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it's in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. While you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and as always, ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everybody.